Fun fact, of the 48 countries participating in the 2026 World Cup, 36 has at least one player with African ancestry. Presently, Argentina is the only country in the Southern Hemisphere without a black footballer. The only one in the Southern, 36 teams got one. What about Norway? Hey, you mean to tell me them Vikings had cocoa butter? Shout out to all the subscribers and the members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video. My name is Reese Waters, and this is Who Raised Y'all, where we highlight those unique individuals going above and beyond to make society worse.
Touchdown! Yay! Soccer!
You know, the kinds of people you'll see asking to speak to the manager at the pearly gates.
I want to talk to the manager.
Now, I'd like to start by sending a shout out to our World Cup co-hosts, Mexico and Mexico. What y'all doing? Hey, did you just come out the bathroom? Huh? Don't tell me you spilled a little bit. Nah, it would get low. That wig would soak it right up. It definitely would. My only objection, ain't no way he got that kind of rhythm. And so that's an error right there. And also too, you got him doing physical exercise. So that's a little foul. You know, like if you had him on top, that might have made a little bit more sense. But touche. Touche. Mexico, I ain't been this impressed with y'all since the flask phone. Matter of fact, now that I think about it, what was you doing in that bathroom? Huh? Now, don't tell me nothing about a mix of cultures. What you getting in touch with your Colombian heritage? Is that what you're doing? Huh? Is that what you're doing? And of course, I'll be remiss if I didn't mention our good friends up in Canada. Canada, y'all all right?
There now, it's being heavily reported that he's going to be moving there. Legend.
Oh, they've lost their phone. They're doing a celebration. And
now, Canada, was that your real phone or was that your flash phone? That was your real phone? Well, that's good then. That's good. Hit that flash phone, you forget all about it. Not to mention, you guys have given us one of the themes of the tournament. How about that?
My fellow South Africans, you see what I have been talking about. You see the reason why I talk about illegal immigrants. Look at the Canadian team, Baba. Just look at the team. These are all black men from Africa playing for Canada. Tell me this was not plotted. These are illegal immigrants taking the job of white man. Now look at what they have done to South Africa. They have kicked us out of the World Cup. Is this fair, Baba? Is this fair?
South Africa. South Africa. Now you see why the rest of Africa was rooting against y'all. Now you see exactly why the rest of Africa was rooting against y'all. They had a whole African map, and it was Canada all the way down, except for South Africa. I think you might have had one country rooting for, like Madagascar, or somebody was rooting for y'all. But now you see why. Now you see, and just to punish y'all, we taking Baba. We taking Baba. It's our, we the captain now.
Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
That's right. South Africa out here wilding. Who's over there making all that noise? Is that Australia? From Donald Trump is an offender to we're getting deported. The Australian fans have brought it to the World Cup. Can we hire them to stand outside Mar-a-Lago? Well, it would be an improvement over the musical selections that they're used to down there. That's definitely for sure.
Without your bravery, we're all out of luck.
And of course, I got to give a nod out to the United States of America. Hey, Maga, how y'all doing?
You can't do that in Europe.
You can't do what?
Wave a flag. They're banning it. You cannot wave.
Can't wave a flag?
You cannot wave your country's flag in Europe.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Are you under the impression that all these fans bought all of these flags here? Is that what you are under the impression? Because then you would have to see that we out here selling a bunch of other countries' flags, which I know y'all don't want to do. Which I know y'all don't want to do. So you got to make that make sense.
You can't wave your country's flag in Europe?
You cannot. It is being banned.
I was just at the Olympics, and that's in Italy and Europe. Everyone was waving their own country's flags, including the Italian flag.
Well, you can't put it up on your house, not anymore. They're banning it. I think it's still in process.
I think it's still in process. Yeah, it's been in process. What, 2,000 years? It's moving real slow. It's moving real slow, but they working through it. You can take it out, you can wave it, but you can't put it on your house. Now you can put a flag. You have it on a flag, but you can't put it on top of your house, like on a roof or nothing like that. That's what we going with. I don't even think Fox News was, like, on a slow day, they wouldn't go with nothing like that. Nah, they would go with Anchors Wrestling or Easter, totally out of season.
But
In all of Europe?
I'm not saying all of Europe. I think actually maybe it's just the UK.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are they? They're banning the flag of Great Britain, or they're banning all flags?
No, not all flags. Not all flags. Just their particular country's flag.
World, now you see what we up against. Now you see what we dealing with. And what I'm trying to figure out is, what is the win here for you, Maga? I'm trying to figure out, is this so y'all feel a little bit extra freedom compared to the rest of the world? Because we already know you can't speak against Trump. You can't post nothing against Trump. You can't even think against Trump without getting kicked out your cult. But you want to slander all of Europe just so you get a little excited in your pants. Is that? Now you see. Hey, England, go. They need to hear it. Now, Maga, as completely misguided, nonsensical, and juvenile as you are, I brought you here for a very specific reason. Because I wanted to see how y'all were enjoying the World Cup. How's it been going? I know you've been paying attention. I know you have, because you've been using the World Cup footage to cover from the complete lack of participation and attendance at all of Trump's Freedom 250 events. Oh yeah, we noticed. Next time the left claims Gen Z doesn't support President Trump, just show them this video. Washington, D.C. is absolutely packed full of Gen Z patriots celebrating the USA at the National Mall. And didn't even bother to cut out the video before they showed the full screen with the game on. You know, the level of laziness is off the chart, and they want to talk about somebody's work ethic. This your work ethic online.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
They're watching the World Cup, you turnip. They're not celebrating Trump, and given the demographics of DC, most of them can't stand him. Now, in your defense, Maga, I'll say, who would have known there was a worldwide sporting event going on at the same time and everybody would know your game? You know, you win some, you lose some.
Meanwhile,
breaking, Folarin Balogun will be available to play in USA's round of 16 match against Belgium, FIFA announced. Huh? The FIFA disciplinary committee has suspended the red card issued to the USA striker during their round of 32 win over Bosnia and Herzegovina. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Corruption is not bad. Corruption is only bad if I'm not involved.
yes.
But if I'm part of that corruption, I'll defend it.
Home free! Home free! Home free! Let go! Let go! That bit my tape, boy. You big, boy. Nigga, they doing push-ups too, I see you, boy. No, this Ray. That little Ray. Man, this ain't right. That little Ray. Hey, Ray. What the fuck, man? That little Ray. Hey. That little Ray. I love you, boy. Hey, Ray got big as fuck, man.
Meanwhile,
It is quite simply the most shameful decision in the history of the World Cup. No question. FIFA's call to allow USA striker Folarin Balogun to play against Belgium after he was sent off for a violent conduct red card following a VAR intervention defies belief, defies integrity, defies everything the game is about. FIFA's darkest day, they say, was when the FBI raided their headquarters hotel in Zurich in 2015. This is worse. Whatever you thought about the people who ran football, the game itself mattered. The integrity of the game was what counted. Football was played according to the rules. Not anymore. The rule book has been destroyed. It's a despicable, disgraceful, shameless, outrageous decision. Whatever happens, this World Cup has now been stained irreparably. I don't have a dog in the race. I don't care who wins between Belgium and the USA. But I care about football. I care about the image of the game. I care about the integrity of the game. That has all been destroyed by this decision.
You mad? Well, one thing I can tell you, we wouldn't be dumb enough to admit it. Hey, Trump, put your phone down. Thank you to FIFA for doing what is right and reversing a great injustice, President Donald J. Trump. Man, no wonder we could so easily follow the crypto breadcrumbs. You put it all right there on True Social. What happened? You give him a Trump card to pull? That was a joke. That was a joke. We got another announcement. Breaking. FIFA announces Monday night's referee, Marco Rubio. I mean, he does everything else. I'm pretty sure he gonna make his own version of Heyman, all about this administration.
Don't yell at me, woman. I drop my uniform wherever I want. I work 15 jobs. I don't have time for your foolishness. When I come home, I'm tired, damn it.
Listen, you think you're the only one work hard? I got 9 jobs myself, you know. Plus, I have to do all the cooking and the cleaning and the washing around here, not to mention the welding.
Let's see, Gunther Eagleman, LOL, nah, bruh, I have the Trump card, I win. Trump card always wins. Huh. This you, bruh? This you? Birthright citizenship must be stopped? Uh-huh. Oh no, we gonna drag it. It's literally the theme of this whole video.
Department of Homeland Security, which oversees ICE, posted these two: build the wall, our soil, defend the homeland, one nation, one homeland, one team. Which is kind of wild if you really think about it. Not just because it's a post from an official government account, not just because it resembles Yahtzee propaganda.
I'ma jump in right there, player. I'ma jump in right there, player. No, just because we need to put a pin in the fact that he said not just because it's Yahtzee propaganda. We're at the stage in this country where you can make a point wherein the setup is not just because it's Yahtzee propaganda. Yeah, that'd be like me making a case for why my boy should break up with his girl, and in the open, I'm like, not just because she cheat every day. Like, that's where we at.
But also because 46% of the team, the United States team, is either foreign born or first generation. This country is very much against DEI, but I guess they love diversity when it's convenient to them. So they're against immigration unless it's convenient to them. I think the hypocrisy here is wild. Because honestly, they wouldn't even be able to have a team without immigrant labor.
Y'all ready to talk about it? Maga, you ready to talk about it? Huh? Because we noticed. Oh yeah, we most certainly did.
So the United States just beat Bosnia and Herzegovina in the World Cup to advance to the round of 16, and I want to remind Maga that this was only possible because of birthright citizenship. Balogun, who's the star striker for the United States and scored the opening goal tonight to give us the advantage, was born in Brooklyn to Nigerian parents who were visiting the United States at the time of his birth, and if that had not happened and we didn't have birthright citizenship, he would not be eligible to play for the United States of America. One of the most beautiful things about the United States is that we are a diverse group of people with different backgrounds and different identities. And so to all of the MAGA people who are rightly celebrating this victory, you can also celebrate birthright citizenship in the meantime as well.
Well, Balogun just scored one of the goals. He just scored one of the goals. What about Tillman? Huh? Tillman normally be on the other side of the brown paper bag test, if I'm honest, but we're going to take some chances. Come on, white boy. Malik. Oh, Malik. So you mean to tell me it was Balogun and Malik scored it? Hey, put on News Nation. Hey, go get my Nick at Night reruns so I can put on Patty Duke. Hey, you got any of that? You got any of that Mary Tyler Moore? Huh? Hey, where's my Dobie Gillis?
You rang like hot cats.
Map shows U.S. World Cup teams' immigrant backgrounds. 6 players on the U.S. men's national team at the 2026 World Cup were born outside the country. More than half of the 26 men on the roster hold dual citizenship. And the striker who scored twice in the Americans' opening 4-1 victory over Paraguay is eligible to play because of a legal provision the Trump administration has sought to eliminate. Wow. That would make the whole defending the homeland and build the wall particularly shameless. It would. But not nearly as shameless as using American support of Team USA to prop up Trump's Freedom 250. Not that shameless, though. But y'all done both of them. Both of them.
Capital B, capital O, capital A, capital F. Both.
Folarin Balogun's birth in the United States was unplanned, according to his Nigerian parents who were temporarily living in New York. His mother, Florence, a Nigerian citizen living in London, was 7 months pregnant when she attempted to fly home from New York in summer 2001. Airline attendants denied her boarding due to the advanced state of her pregnancy and the absence of required medical clearance. She was forced to remain, and Folarin was born in Brooklyn on July 3rd. Now, wait a minute. Now, because Stephen Miller told me that women are flying to America for their last week of pregnancy. He said for their last, he said they check in, my water broke, and then they get their boarding pass and go to the airport and go right. That's what he told me. So you mean to tell me they wouldn't even allow her to fly after 7 months? Man. Because Stephen Miller don't never be he wouldn't just perpetrate a fraud like that.
Man, this some old bull.
Tim Weah was also born in Brooklyn, the son of George Weah, the only African soccer player to win the Ballon d'Or, who later served as the 25th president of Liberia. Ricardo Pepi was born in El Paso, Texas, to Mexican parents and grew up in nearby San Alexandria. Christian Pulisic, born in Hershey, Pennsylvania, has Croatian heritage through his grandfather, who immigrated to the United States from the island of Olib. Weston McKinney, born in Fort Lewis, Washington, to an African-American Air Force family, grew up in Germany after his father, a retired U.S. Air Force Staff Sergeant, was stationed near Ramstein Air Base. I'm sorry, did you say Ramstein? Like Du hast? Du hast. Du hast me to frog. Du hast me to frog. What you looking at me like that for? Hey, I had a rave phase. I was out there in the 90s and the 2000s. Don't play with me. Matt Turner was born in Park Ridge, New Jersey, has family roots that trace back to Eastern Europe. His paternal great-grandmother fled religious persecution during World War II. Sergino Dest was born in Almere, Netherlands, to a Surinamese American father and Dutch mother. Anthony Robinson was born in Milton Keynes, England. Malik Tillman was born in Nuremberg, near the U.S. Army base at Ansbach. Franklin Jenkins was born in Prince George's County, Maryland. I'm just playing. What? Ain't no Franklin Jenkins. I just felt left out. That's all. That's shout out to Prince George's County.
You think Republicans can square their support for ending birthright citizenship with their support for the U.S. men's national team, whose top scorer is himself a birthright citizen?
It's two separate issues. You're dealing with sports team, you're dealing with policy. If you take the combined different views of all the players on each team, you come up with a different plan each time.
But Flo Balogun, who is the top scorer, he was a product of birthright citizenship. Do you think Republicans can support a team where the star player is a birthright citizen and also support?
It's two separate issues.
Exactly.
Two separate issues.
Thanks.
Do you think that the World Cup coach, though, the men's World Cup coach, is taking an American job? He's from Argentina.
No, again, that's separate. He's a coach. They hire him for wins and losses. Doesn't matter where he's from.
But what if he was a doctor?
If he was a doctor.
Or a construction worker?
Again, that's two separate issues. I mean,
what makes sports special then?
Well, sports is you gauged on wins and losses. Period. Construction. Hey, Brian, construction worker is not a specialized field like sports is.
Okay. Got it.
Oh, this is specialized. I got it. So this is special. Kind of like that Melania Einstein visa, like her special skills. Kind of like that. Okay, got you. Okay, so it's specialized when your friends making money off of it. Then it's specialized. Yeah. When you need to not get knocked out in the group stages at the World Cup on home soil, now we specialize. Got you. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now I got you. Hey, they must feel so proud to be nominated specialized by this administration after all that they have said and done with regards to people of their ilk.
I just called to say you're a fantastic guy, a fantastic coach. I know all about your record and your success, and I know how great the players are. I think you've got a really good chance of going all the way.
Thank you so much.
I just want to wish you a lot of luck.
Thank you so much for your support, Mr. President, and we are going to do everything to make proud you and all the people here in this country.
I don't know about you, but Mauricio Pochettino is the United States soccer coach. This entire time, this administration has been shaming people from other countries. And you're telling me that now all of a sudden it's okay to have an immigrant head coach for the United States national soccer team. It's okay now, but it's also not okay to have a Somalian referee who's had 0 crimes. His only crime is to be regarded as one of the best referees on the planet. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Not to mention the fact that this idiot is born in Argentina. Why is that important? Let's look back in history if you're even able to recall it with your inbred genetic gene pool. 1 second. Back less than a year ago, Trump gave Milei, the president of Argentina, don't worry, we know that most of you don't even know your local congressional representatives, but this happened. The United States of America gave Argentina $20 billion to help them out. Meanwhile, children, women are being deprived of basic goods and necessities. Congratulations if you voted for this idiot.
Oh, now it's starting to make a whole lot of sense why it's magically okay for Mauricio Pochettino. That's not taking an American job because he's from Argentina, right? Like how we give Elon Musk a pass from South Africa. I got you. Now it's making perfect sense. Now, one thing I don't quite understand, since we done gone and linked up with Argentina, at least according to this administration, how come we don't get that Argentine treatment? Huh? How come we don't get the Argentine treatment? No, because we saw Balogun's foul and we saw Messi's foul. We saw Balogun's foul and we saw, y'all ain't slick. Y'all ain't, no, because that's like when I do the same thing that somebody else did in high school. Now it's harassment when I do it, but it's flirting when they do it. You know what I mean? Just cause of how I look and how I act and smell. Cause of how I look, act, and smell, it's harassment. But it be flirting when somebody else do it. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. And if we want to be real, if we want to talk about privilege, if we want to be real, Argentina has been awarded 7 penalties in its last 10 World Cup matches. Y'all want to talk about it? Y'all want to talk about it? Huh? And then had the nerve to tell us we can't appeal the red card. Where are these rules? It's rules for real? Let me see that chart.
I said, hold up, wait a minute.
Let me see VAR color chart. There it is. There it is. Huh? But when did y'all publish that though? When did y'all publish that? That's something that y'all should have put out before the tournament started. Now we know what it is. Didn't nobody know. You said Argentina knew?
Hey, yo, what the?
Fun fact, of the 48 countries participating in the 2026 World Cup, 36 has at least one player with African ancestry. Presently, Argentina is the only country in the Southern Hemisphere without a black footballer. This comes from 19th century state-sponsored racial project known as Blancamiento, where during the late 19th and early 20th centuries, Argentina encouraged large-scale immigration from Europe, especially from countries such as Italy and Spain, and strictly prevented the immigration of blacks into the country and encouraging white-only intermarriages in order to reduce and physically erase the country's Afro-Argentine and indigenous populations. Blancamiento literally means whitening. A whole program. Interesting. I'm surprised. I didn't know that Blancamiento means whitening. I would have guessed it meant Stephen Miller because that's exactly what he's working on. That's literally to a T. That's exactly, it sounds disgusting, but that's literally what's happening. That is quite literally what's happening. And it's pretty damning. The only one in the Southern, 36 teams got one. What about Norway? No. Hey, you mean to tell me them Vikings had cocoa butter? Vikings had cocoa butter. That's nuts. That's crazy. Hey, what about Sweden though? What about? Wow. They do be friendly in IKEA. When they do be friendly and I'm on, they got expert customer service. Because I don't never know how to make that stuff. Expert customer service. Wow. Argentina, this is looking bad. Hey, let me get a heat check. Japan.
Yeah, boy.
No way. Argentina, come on now. Come on now. Even Japan has a black player. Then there's Argentina. They'll never beat the allegations. No, they are not. No, they are not. And now I think about it, in Argentina, wasn't it their president that was on stage with Elon Musk when he was doing the chainsaw?
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy. Chainsaw.
Yeah, just gutting programs because they got black in the name. Yeah, like, yes, that was the matter of fact, ain't that when Peter Thiel ran off too? Argentina. This boy. Say what now? Okay, so we got Germany losing. And it says Argentina is his only hope now. Is that Adolf? Is that Adolf? Argentina. Wait a minute. We out here talking about like Yahtzee-ish behavior from y'all, Argentina. Ain't y'all literally where the Yahtzees went? Y'all literally went it. And y'all skated on that foot. I can't believe y'all skated on that. No, because we act like World War II, the Holocaust, Adolf, his whole operation was just the worst thing that ever happened in human history. Yes, y'all put it above slavery because y'all couldn't even agree on that. No, because when the UN had a vote, y'all couldn't even agree on that. So y'all act like that was the worst thing that ever happened. But then y'all let Argentina ride for harboring the people responsible. Where they do that? If the lady that harbored your cheating man after you kicked him out the house tried to slide back into the friend group, you would have a problem, wouldn't you? You would have a problem. We talking about the worst of human atrocities, and they just allowed to ride. Huh? Matter of fact, didn't they do a whole movie? Evita, they did a whole movie. It was Evita and them that did it. Where do we go from here? To free to survive. You must love me. They didn't give us the authentic. It was, you must love Yahtzees. That's what she was supposed to be singing. They gave us a whole Hollywood movie about the lady that harbored Yahtzees. Yes. And Madonna, you're not skating on this neither. Because you sat there and played that lady and sang them songs knowing that it was Yahtzees creeping in her crib when you had Dennis Rodman creeping in your crib. You had Dennis Rodman creeping in your crib. You were singing those songs through Dennis Rodman. Which is disgusting, but true.
He's right, you know.
Speaking of disgusting but true, just in case you were wondering if these connections are manufactured between this administration, Argentina, and straight up Adolf. Where do we go from here? To free to survive. You must love me.